friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby and for today's video I'm going to be doing an updated island tour. I've now had my island for 7 weeks. I usually do these updates every 2 weeks, but I didn't feel like I'd made enough progress last weekend to give you guys an updated tour, so I decided to wait 3 weeks, so we are now on week 7. I'm super excited to give you guys a tour of all the new parts I've made. I've also made some changes to the parts that I've done before. If you haven't watched my recent videos, you might not know that I time travelled forward to November to be able to get some of the mush DIYs. So I now have a lot more of those scattered around my island and I just think they make it look so beautiful. You can see a little mush lamp waiting over here just to show you guys what I mean. I'm just going to quickly give you guys an updated view of the map because I always forget to show you my map. So this is what my map currently looks like. There are still some areas that I need to work on, so this isn't complete, but this is what it's currently look like. You can see we have a big area of cliff at the back of the island, and then I've used little bits throughout the rest just to kind of break up areas, but I mainly wanted the cliff to be at the back and the front to be very flat. We have Dobie's farm up in the left corner. He has a whole area to himself, and we also have Grizzly, who is a lumberjack, up in the right corner, and then the rest of the houses are kind of spread out in 2 little neighbourhood places, one seaside neighbourhood and one forest neighbourhood. So everything is in the place where it's supposed to be. The shops are where they're staying and everything like that. There's just a few areas of land left to landscape. So let me show you quickly around the areas that I've done up here that you will have seen already, but I've made slight changes to. So we have my house here. We're not going inside because I still haven't worked on my house. We have a little bee farm next to my house. I'm always going to call this a bee farm. You can keep correcting me with the proper name, but this is my bee farm, and we have like a little honeycomb and some beehives. You can see I've added the leaf piles and some mushrooms. Don't look on that left side. I will explain the issue with the left side of the island when we get down there. It's a little bit embarrassing to look at. Up here we have Dobie's house. So Dobie is the farmer. He has this whole area of land to himself because he's such a special boy and he deserves it. But we have his little farmhouse here, and then next to it is his farmland. So he has like this whole area to grow crops, his little greenhouse with all these tools, and there's a few sheep scattered around the outskirts. I did want to have a whole field for the sheep, but I didn't have enough space. So we just ended up with this big land of crops, and then there's just a little pond here that leads down to where my house is. It matches up with a little waterfall that's down there. I haven't really changed anything to Dobie's farm. I kind of do want to add some more mush items up here, so I'll probably do that within the next couple of days. Then leading down from my house we have the rest of that pond that you can see up there. It's just like a mini duck pond. We have some cliffy areas kind of breaking up this space, so we just have a little path going through. I'm using the path throughout my island. I absolutely love this path. A little bin area here so we can throw away our rubbish, and then up on the cliffs we just have like a hammock and stove. On this side I just have like a rocking chair. There's some random items up there to make it look a little bit more decorated, but really it's just to break up the space. This area is a little fishing hole, so this is where you can come and fish. You can sit on these little stools, though I don't think you can fish while sat down, but they're just there for decoration. They look cute. And we have the little fish stand back here, the fishing rod stand that you get from the fishing tourney. Don't look at the left side. I know you're looking at it, but don't look at it, it's messy. So that is the upper level over here where my house is. I'm really happy with this part of the island. Then this leads down to the Seaside Neighborhood. So down here we have Daisy, who lives over here. So Daisy is a permanent resident. She's going to be staying. So this is her finished house. I just have a little rocking chair which matches the colour of her house, and a little table and lamp. And then just a few yellow flowers about. I really want to use yellow and white flowers throughout the island, so that's what we have. So I tried to tie the yellow in with some other items. We have like the yellow leaves, the yellow mushrooms on this stump, a little pond in the middle of the area. Back down here, if we come between these cliffs, this leads to the other 2 houses that live down here. We have the wonderful Ali, who is not a permanent resident. She is here until I get all of the emotes that I need from the snooty villager, and then she will be replaced with either Flurry or Lily. They're going to be the permanent residents in this area, but I do need to move in a smoke villager as well at some point so that I can get the emotes from them. So I'll probably move Shep in for a little bit once I've got the emotes from her. And as you can see from her running around like a crazy lady, we also have Deirdre down here. She is not a permanent resident either. I do really love her. She's going to be moving to my friend Hayley's island eventually, but again she's here just so I can get all of the Yuchi emotes. So she will be here for a little while until I get those, and then I will replace her with either Lily or Flurry again. I did start to landscape the beach a little bit down here today, so this is very brand new. I did this morning, so we have a little beach towel here. I love all the bright blue here. I think it looks really pretty. So we have like this little blue area here, and then next to that we have a little, oh, she's singing. What a cutie. We have a little crocheted blanket kind of QR that I've used here as a picnic blanket, and we just have a picnic basket and a little kettle and things on there. What is this DIY? Peach dress. Do I have this already? Yeah. Okay, and then we just have some beach chairs, I think these are called, though I'd call them sunbeds, but beach chairs. A little pool, which I think looks really cute here with a little duck in it, and then a little kind of red area as well. So I have 2 more beach towels, and then just a little barbecue and a ball and some shoes. I don't really know what to do with the pier yet, so I haven't really worked on this. I've just put a life ring on it. I don't know if that'll stay, it's just a random item that I had, so I just put it on there. And then I will show you the dreaded left side of the beach. So if you've watched my videos for a while, you know that I have just a pile of stuff on the left side of my island which is waiting to be used, but it's really getting out of hand at this point, and it's literally just turned into a dump. So we have the mush items that I found here. So here are the mush items waiting to be put around the island. I've used quite a lot of them already, but we still have a few left. We have some items here which are going to be going in my kiddie pack when I start to work on that. We have a lighthouse, we have a Stonehenge, and then just masses of random items that I've collected. I find it easier to landscape when I have the items placed like this, so I can quickly see where things are to grab them, but it's really starting to cause a mess. So I need to kind of go through and kind of get rid of some of these things if I'm not going to use them, because it's literally just taking over this whole part of the island. I definitely won't be having a dream address until all of these are gone and I've moved them, because this is not a permanent part of the island. So every time you see these in a video, please ignore them. This is not my landscaping style, I promise you. But that is like the left side of the island. Where do I want to head next? Let's see. Should I head up towards the museum? Keep getting stuck on things. I've only just landscaped this area today, so I'm just getting stuck everywhere. I don't even think I showed you the houses. So we have Deirdre's house here, and then Ali's house down here. I just threw a couple of decorations around them. I'll probably change them up a little bit once the actual village is moving, so I can match it to their houses a little bit better. Oh no, I don't want to go this way. We're coming back this way. I'm going to go up towards my museum. So here we are at my museum. I do really like this area. It's a little bit crazy. There's a lot of stuff about, but we basically have a little picnic area. So we have 2 picnic tables out up here. So we have one here and one over here. So I wanted to have like a picnic area around the museum, and then I just have a few other random items. We have some books where you can sit and learn about the museum creatures. So I'm guessing these will be like books about bugs and art and fish and fossils and whatever else is in there. We have a little kind of explorers area back there with some lockers and a shovel and things, and we also have a little desk here which I imagine Blathers can come sit at. He can come sit here and kind of inspect some things on his break. This is a little path which leads up to my Reds Beach. I've mentioned a few times, but this was inspired by my friend Hayley, who is Pigeon Creamer here on YouTube, although she mainly uploads on Twitch now, so she does streams of her island rather than doing YouTube videos. But if you have seen her channel before, I was inspired by her to do this little pathway. So that is basically the museum area, and then we're heading into the main part of the island down here. So these are very new parts that won't have been in the last island tour. So this way leads towards the plaza, but I just have a little waterway there. And then this is the plaza area. So we have a very sleepy Bones sat playing the, well, I was going to say playing the piano, but he's not facing the piano, but he's a little sleepy boy. Let's wake him up. You just call me grandma, that's so cute. We just have a little nook back here which I've just put a little bench in. And then we have like the piano I was saying, and then a little kind of seating area. This is where I imagine you'd sit and you can watch KK Slider or whoever else is on the Plaza, or if somebody's playing the piano, you can sit and watch them there. It is the fireworks tonight, so we have Red and Isabel out here. Which way shall I go next? I'll go down here. So down here leads towards the entrance of the island. We have a little bus stop on the left there. You'll see why I'm not walking over to it just yet when I get back to that area, but we'll head towards the front of the island. So here is the entranceway. Here is my lovely yellow airport. I've never actually thought about the fact that it's yellow and it matches the theme of my island because I'm using yellow flowers, so that worked out well in the end. We just have a little map here which definitely isn't correct. I need to redo it, and I'm going to do it in some nicer colours. I just did a very basic map so that I could show you guys what was going to go in here. We have a few bugs about because they're very cute, and some anthills because my island is called Anthill. We're going to forget that these are called termite mounds. They are anthills. And then let's head this direction and you'll see why I stopped here, because the path just stops. So this is the area of my island that I've not landscaped yet. I have started a little bit over here, which you'll have seen in my last video, but the rest of it is very plain, and I also am storing all of my flowers down here, so we just have a big pile of flowers waiting to be used. They're really starting to take over, and I kind of need to move them so that I can start working on the shops, so I'll probably have to do that soon. We also have this guy here just because he makes me laugh, because when you click his little tank he smashes the glass, and I just think it's quite funny. So he's just been sat there breaking the glass. He's not permanent, he's just there chilling at the moment. But I did work on this area in my last video, so this is the marketplace. So we have a little market out here. We have a little kind of cake shop or coffee shop, a little book stall, a little plant stall, a little toy stall, a little pet stall, a little sewing stall, and finally a little music stall. Lots of little stalls and some seating areas so you can sit out and eat your cake and things on here, which I think would be such a nice place to sit. It looks so relaxing. So that is the side of this island that I've done, and then we're going to head over to the other side, which also isn't complete. So if we come this way, you'll see that I still need to do all this bit of the island, but I did start working on this little kind of parky area here. So we just have a big pond and then some park benches, and then I've done some little bits of landscaping on this beach. So we have another picnic blanket, and then just a little rocking chair and a ukulele and some books. I don't want to put too many things on this beach, like I'm kind of sticking to having some areas which are going to be very residential with all the beach towels and things, and some which are a little bit more plain, and this is kind of the more plain one, even though it still has a few items on there. But yeah, this is the bit of the island that I still need to work on. We're going to have the kiddie park over here somewhere, and then the rest will just be kind of like foresty, I guess. We just have a path up here which leads to the forest neighborhood. So this is where the rest of my villagers live. You'll see grizzlies here doing a bit of fishing. The first house over here is Freckles. She is the island florist, so she has lots of flowers around her house, and she also has the two big flower wagons. Next door to her is Benjamin. He is the island gardener, so he has a little lawnmower and then just some garden gnomes and things around his house. Freckles is taking a little sit down here. Let's say hello. Oh yeah, she started calling me Fabu, which I'm not sure how I feel about that name, but I'm just gonna let her do it anyway. The last house is Bones, who we've just seen. He is a baby. And then up here we have Maple's house. So Maple is the island baker, so she has a little kind of pizza oven, some flour bags, a little rocking chair, and then every time I say I need to put a cake or something on here and I still haven't, it still just has some logs on it. But that is Maple's house. This is the duck pond. So this was one of the first areas I landscaped, but up here we just have lots of little ducks about. We have another little picnic blanket, a little tricycle, which are one of my favourite items in this game, so I have them all over my island. They just look so cute. I'm stuck behind this stump. There we go. We have the outdoor bath up here, which looks really pretty. You can see down to that little pathway which leads to the beach. I do need to put some stuff on that beach, it's not going to stay blank. Yeah, so that's the little duck pond area. It's very like outdoorsy, naturey part of the island. I guess the whole island's outdoorsy, but there's less like buildings and stuff in this area, if you get what I mean. Next door to Maple lives Poppy. I forgot her name for a second there. Poppy lives here and she doesn't really have a job on the island, but she is having a little yard sale at the moment, so she has a few items on sale outside of her house. So she has a little rocking chair, which is very cute. And then the rest of this area, I just have a few items placed about which kind of match in with the houses. And another little dustbin area back here, so we just have 2 more recycling bins and some little bin bags. If we head up here, this takes us to where Grizzly lives, but also where the campsite is. As you can see by this big sign, which I once got stuck behind this fence in a video and people were laughing at it, so that was a fun time. But this way leads to the campsite, so here is the camp. I just have a little kind of camping area next to it with like a little hammock, a little lantern. I swapped out the house that I had in here. I had like the fairy house in here, but I swapped it out for this mushroom and I'm going to place that somewhere else. And then just lots of little random items down here which I thought related in with the campsite. I am trapped again. We'll just boing over to there and boing back again. And then on the other side of here is where Grizzly lives. So Grizzly is the island lumberjack. So he has lots of like wood items around his house. He has a little DIY station, little piles of wood, an axe. His house is just one of my favourites. It's so beautiful. I think it's the perfect like woodland house. If I was an Animal Crossing villager, I would want to live in that house. It's beautiful. And then we'll head down to the final part of the island. I can't believe how well this island's coming together now. Like a few weeks ago it was like empty and now it's starting to almost look complete, and I'm super excited to get to some kind of complete level where I can do a dream address. I don't have a dream address yet, people do keep asking about it, but I'm not quite ready to get one out yet, but hopefully soon I will. So over here we just have a little picnic area, and then this leads on to the residential beach. So we have some beach towels, sand castles, a little teddy bear who's very cute, some beach balls, a little slide into the sea. It's just a very cute little beach area. I'd love to see some of my villagers on here, they'd look adorable. This duck is supposed to be a seagull, but it's clearly a duck, but we're going to pretend it's a seagull. And then finally up here we have the wind turbines. We have a little wind farm because we're all about clean energy here on Anthill. So that is basically how my island is looking at this point. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks it'll be somewhat complete and I'll be able to get a dream address out for you guys. I don't know why I have 3 crickets here, but I can just chill there for now and make some noise together. But that is basically everything that I've done. I'm so happy with my island. I hope you guys really like it as well. Please do leave your feedback down below. As always guys, please do like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Comment down below with any future video ideas, and a huge thank you for watching. Bye guys. Mwah.